All right. What's up, everyone? Can you hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? Not you, Curtis. You in the room. Jesus Christ. Lord. All right. Thumbs up. Can y'all folks hear me? All right, Brother Eaton. Adriana, Phil. Phil probably ain't even at his desk. Exactly. He on his way. Oh, there we go. My bad. I didn't mean to talk about you.
Especially since you're calling him out.
All right. I'm sorry. Hey, Phil. Phil, why that hand so light, brother? Okay. You have to darken that hand, man. I can't hear.
It's not coming out of there.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on. There we go. Say it again, Phil. Have him test it real quick.
Oh, he talking because his mic came off.
It should be fine now.
Phil, say something.
I was saying, don't judge me. I'm on my way to y'all, man.
All right. What's up, Adriana? All right, good to see you. All right, everyone.
Hi there.
All right. Well, we like to respect people's time. We appreciate you all for being here. Before we get started, my name is Jahmeer Reynolds. I am the founder and executive director of the Marin County Cooperation Team. Welcome to our Southern Marin Community Response Team Zone Meeting number 55. The CRT, or Community Response Team, was really formed during COVID to have a collective response to getting testing, vaccines, outreach, and so many other things, which this thing has morphed into something fantastic. Now we're in different type of spaces, different type of services, emergency response, even work with Adriana during one of the King Tides a few years ago. I was in Hawaii on a Zoom, and Shannon was doing the outreach to actually the homeless encampment that was here, getting people to hotels and undergarments and clothes and things like that. So this CRT thing is real. I travel around the country a lot. Whenever I talk about our CRT, no one has ever heard of anything like this. One-stop shop. You can go to a place where you have health experts, community members, faith-based organizations, and so many more. And so, again, I just really want to thank you all for being a part of this, what I like to call, it's a unicorn. It really is. And so I just really appreciate you. So on today's agenda, you have in front of you, of course, the welcome and agenda, introductions and community announcements. We are going to start doing something different here. Every month, we're going to highlight a business of color, okay? Because we know that in this space, there's not a lot of businesses of color. They have a lot of employees, but not a lot of owners. So we want to serve as an inspiration to folks who maybe, like Bruce and Chantha, who, have finally, brought the grocery store back to, Marin City, and just other spaces. We want to inspire not only the folks in here, but there may be some youth attending and so much more. So we will be highlighting Mr. Timothy Eaton with Intermittent Cleaning Services. We have the diabetes event logistics, quarterly metrics, and we're going to have the conclusion. So with that being said, we like to call this the cookout. It is down. It is proven that no one puts raisins in their potato salad, right? Now, my question to you is it sweet potato yams or sweet potato casserole with marshmallows? All right. You're going to tell me who you are. All right. So if you're new to this space, please share your name, your organization, and what brings you to this work.
I'll go first.
All right.
My name is Timothy Eaton. I'm the owner of Intermittent Cleaning Services,
We're located in Raleigh, North Carolina, on the East Coast. What brings me to this space is many years ago, I met a young man from Trenton, New Jersey, by the name of Jahmeer Reynolds. It was a little rough around the edges. I had the opportunity to be a mentor as well as a teacher. He attended St. Augustine's University, and I was actually working in the IT field at that time. And we became pretty close in friendship and as a mentor. I've been watching him since he started MCCT and has grown into a magnificent hub for a lot of people and a lot of things. And I wouldn't miss this for nothing in the world to be a witness or a support pillar to let people know how well and great this organization and what he's doing is amazing.
Well, thank you. Just so y'all know, Mr. Eaton pledged me. He's my frat brother. He was hard on me, so don't be ooh and ah, don't be doing none of that. I'm just joking. Mr. Eaton is really one of the reasons why I have my master's degree. When I had to take a test and I didn't have a ride, he would drop me off at class, and he would wait for me. When I was homeless, I slept on his couch. When I needed inspiration, he never judged me. He was always there through thick and thin. I'm happy to announce that on April 1st, he will be, after 15 years in the IT field, he will be moving on to become his own boss with Intermittent Cleaning Services. So thank you, Mr. Eaton, for being here. Really appreciate you. All right. So anyone else? All right. Looks like everybody is family. Samantha.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You thought I wasn't going to call you. I know. Just because you in here. All right, folks. Sam, tell people who you are.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name's Samantha Ramirez, but you can call me Sam. And I am from San Rafael, from Marin, my whole life. And I currently work for the county in the Behavioral Health and Recovery Services Department. But before that, I did the Youth Commission and just a lot of work with grassroots organizations and just super involved because I personally am invested in our communities of color here in Marin. And yeah, I'm excited to be here in person. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Excuse me, Keish.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Keish.
All right, is there anyone else? All right, looks like everyone is familiar with one another. All right, the fun part. Please share any updates on your community work, events, big wins. It does not have to be related to this work.
I got one, Jahmeer, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to step forward. I'm Curtis Akins. I work with MCCT, and I'm just a member of the community. Announcing our first volunteer day at MLK is going to be on, I'm about to cry when I say this because it is the day Dr. King passed away, was murdered. It's also my mother's birthday. So
And Jahmeer's birthday.
And Jahmeer's birthday. Whoa, seriously? Is that why we get along so well?
There we go. Look at that. Bam,
well, we
bam.
also fight too, like me and Mama did. No. Anyway,
it's my birthday too.
Yay!
Adriana, really?
Your
birthday.
Okay, Adriana. All right. So anyway, in honor of all of these great people, we're having our first volunteer day at MLK Academy on Phillips Drive, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So I would love as many of you to come out. We're going to make it a birthday party now. We're going to make it a birthday party. So it's going to be a birthday party in the garden. I will bring cake and maybe cookies. I'm going to see if I can get Bruce out there to help me do some barbecuing. And we ain't going to put no raisins in the potato salad.
All right, my man.
What do you think? All right, so anyway. You got enough. Yeah. Anyway, the first one is on April 4th. I'm crying now, bro.
All right.
I didn't know it was your birthday.
Yes.
Man.
All right, so what Curtis was speaking about is that we are transitioning the garden at the MLK Phillips Drive campus into a full-fledged community garden and dedicating it to the ancestors, and especially those who have helped come and establish Marin City. So please, if you can, we're just going to be working in the garden, having a lot of fun. We've been working with the 6th graders Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. They've actually been in the garden, pulling weeds, shoveling, mulch, and all these other things. And what way to not only give back, but to tell Mother Earth thank you and help replenishing her. So again, all right. Any other big wins? Why Shannon got his hand so high? Come on.
It's a big one. It's a big one, y'all.
Huh, brother?
Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, unknown person.
My name is Shannon Bynum. Give it up. I am the community liaison for the Marin County Cooperation Team. Today, I'm super excited to announce a big win. Both my sons won a championship game on Sunday. Yes, proud father. Great job. And that's all I got right now.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? All right.
How you doing, everyone? My name is PJ Taylor Jr. I am a community liaison, also the
To the side, brother. Thank you.
program coordinator for the Frederick Leon Marcus Youth Academy. We have an upcoming event next month. We're taking our kids down to LA for our spring break college tour. We filled up our spots in less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take both schools down. We're going to visit USC, UC Irvine, and Loyola Marymount. Also, we're going to have a little fun. So we will go to Disneyland just to give the kids, just give them a little excitement and adventure. So looking forward to it. We'll be down there for 3 days. Thank you to all those help support us in getting this set up. It's been a lot, but we got it planned out. We got our P's and Q's in place. So, hey, we're going to have fun next month. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, boss man. All right. PJ, where all these announcements come from? But go ahead.
Right. For me, it's not an announcement, but good morning, everyone. My name is Lakeisha Hill, Director of Programming for Marin County Cooperation Team.
Joined in this meeting.
So Jahmeer spoke about the impact that Mr. Eaton had on his life. So yesterday we had our youth academy, and one of our icebreakers that Shannon so wonderfully put together was a question: if you can go back in time, where would you go? And so one of our students, I'm getting the chills all over again. One of the students said, I would travel back in time to the Twin Towers before the planes went in, and I would get everybody out of the building. And so just the impact of the work that we do is so impactful. And so I just wanted to acknowledge everybody for the work that you're doing, because there is a transitional growth that happens, right? So because we're doing youth academy work, we're on the ground, right? Boots on the ground, working with youth to help them transform their mind, have different experiences. And so I just wanted to say, share that story because it was impactful and it changed my life, but also the work that we're doing is impactful in changing the life of youth.
All right. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it. You get up to Curtis. All right. Anyone online that have any updates, big wins?
Manny's up.
Oh,
Manny? What up,
Manny.
I can share.
Go ahead, Manny.
Good morning, everyone. Apologies, I couldn't attend. Definitely do miss those delicious breakfasts you guys have. Just wanted to share that the Office of Equity is inviting everyone to come to our upcoming community forum titled Advancing Racial Equity in Marin County. The forum will take place on Friday, April 5th from 9 a.m. to noon at the Embassy Suites Hotel in San Rafael with a free breakfast buffet at 8:30 a.m. And this includes a presentation from the Office of Equity and Catalyst California, who publishes the race count reports. The Board of Supervisors recently accepted the recommendations from our community-centered Race Equity Action Plan implementation team. Curtis, Marilisa were some of the members on the implementation team on how to spend $1.7 million designated towards economic opportunity, housing, and mental health. If you would like to join, please RSVP by emailing Michelle at first5marin.org. And I'll include this in chat, and I'll also include a flyer to share.
All right, thank you, Manny.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Anyone else?
Pastor Floyd had his hand up.
Pastor Floyd? There you go.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm in the traffic jam here, but I just wanted to lift up the library bookmobile that's coming every other week to our food pantry. And unlike, because we're coming at the time of the food pantry, it's more geared towards adults, especially, and has a real multicultural slant, which is that many of the books are in different languages. And if you stop by and if you find that there are books that are not in one of the languages that needs to be, they're committed to actually making sure that they get in that library. The other little thing is they have ukuleles for rent, not for rent, for free. They can give it to you for free, plus also instructions on how to play it. So, because they found out that apparently adults who play ukulele is a really helpful thing if you have a stressful life. But anyway, I just want to lift up the bookmobile. It's been around in Marin County for 75 years, and it's coming to Marin City. So we're really grateful for them. And finally, also, hopefully, we'll have Marilisa talking about a new program that's launching in our church in a few weeks also, that she's launching there too, which I think is important. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but I wanted to lift that up because I'm really proud of the bookmobile, because usually, you think of kids, but they're really trying to make sure that they offer services to adults. And as you know, Ida is there also. And we have a big announcement coming in a couple of weeks that we're also going to have retired lawyers being also present there to help people with some very minor legal issues, but that again, people can not have to go through the legal aid stuff, but can come directly, as they're picking up their food, and get letters written and things of that sort to fight evictions and things like that. So hopefully, it's a lot of people doing a lot of great things. I just want to lift them up.
All right. Well, thank you. If there's any other announcements, please put them in the chat. And so, yeah, just sound like some great stuff is going on. So, just a brief introduction about Mr. Eaton and Intermittent Cleaning Services in Marin County. Again, he's an African American who is the founder of a janitorial service. I know in this county, I do not know one African American janitorial service. What COVID did to us is expose us to the need for cleanliness, organization, and it actually opened up an entire career path for so many people. And the job that he does is necessary. Everyone in here works in a building, right? Homes and everything else that requires cleanliness, and even cleanliness to even keep our doors open. We have to be up to a certain standard. And what Mr. Timothy Eaton has done has capitalized on this open market. And so it is my goal today to let Mr. Eaton not only introduce himself, not only talk about why he chose to go into this field, but also, look at not only expansion, but the passion behind what he does, because he even cleans daycare centers. Imagine going to a daycare and it's dirty. Would you leave your child there? You're going to look at the rug. You're going to look at the cubbies. If you're going into an office building and it's dirt and grime and everywhere else, you're not going to work there, right? Because with cleanliness comes, we know what he says is next to godliness, but also a form of dignity as well. And so Mr. Timothy Eaton, he is a member, and we are members of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. It is the second oldest fraternity in Black fraternity in the world. I believe 1903 don't count, do it, E? Okay. We're really the first. But anyway, but again, I really appreciate him taking the time out of his busy day to speak with us. So, Mr. Eaton, you have the floor, sir. My question to you is, you've already introduced yourself. You already told us where you're from. What inspired you to go into the janitorial sector, especially when your base was in the IT sector?
All right, just a little bit background. I have a degree in computer science information systems from Johnson C. Smith University. It's at HBCU out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I have a numerous amount of certifications, a lot of things on paper, doing some good things in the IT field. I'm currently leaving on April 1st. I've been with the federal government for 15 years. And to answer your question, it was a passion. My grandmother always said, like you said, next to godliness is cleanliness, right? So it was something that I always wondered. At one point in my life, you can hit a glass ceiling in the IT world. Then you got to kind of almost start over because things are, drastically changing. So I went back to my roots, and my first opportunity, it was a daycare. My son, who's now 8 years old, my youngest son is 8 years old. When we took him into that daycare, that's what I saw. I saw, that it wasn't the best one. Well, not the daycare he attended, but a daycare that we were interested in. That the educational background was amazing, but it wasn't clean. A lot of times we, as people, we do so much. We are constantly busy, constantly going. We don't have to take the time to 1 second to slow down. But the pandemic showed us that, we got to slow down. We got to look at things that we think that are not important, that are really important. So when I got into it, full throttle, because I was juggling it from 2015. I established my company back in 2015 up to now. So I was juggling it from 2015 all the way to now. And we've reached 42 different business industries. We started off in residential. It can be quite entertaining, I guess I could say, from a residential perspective. But then I started thinking, from businesses, how many people are doing this in the business? And I started looking, and there wasn't any Black businesses doing this. And but yeah, that's how I got started, Jahmeer.
Okay. So, fun fact about Jahmeer, my first business ever was Champion Janitorial Service in Greenville, North Carolina. I was 22 years old, and I had contracts with a hospital. The reason why I had that business was because an older gentleman really liked me and really believed in me. And so he passed on his company to me. And so I saw the value in, of having a clean workspace, a worthy workspace. So with that being said, with you not noticing that there are no African Americans in this sector, what challenges have you faced and what rewards have you received?
It's been a lot of challenges. It's like a group of cleaners who want to keep everything to themselves. Mm-hmm. I've reached out to many companies originally when I thought about it, and also I'm self-made. Mm-hmm. So I was looking at franchises and doing different things, and I have some other friends that are not African American, mm-hmm. who were telling me that their fees were 2%, 3%. And I would go and I would try to get with their franchise, and they'll tell me my fees is up to 25, 30%. Mm. So it got to that point where I was frustrated, and I was like, you know what? If they have the opportunity, the mindset to be able to create their own particular company, so can I. Mm-hmm. And that's when, honestly, I went to a janitorial store with $1,000 in my pocket. I bought the equipment that I had, and my first opportunity was the daycare. Second opportunity was a gym. Mm-hmm. And from there, we've been in business, thriving. I can't let one person or anybody, tell me or my company that we can't do it. I'm one of those relentless people, like Jahmeer, as you can see, relentless people that if you tell me no, that's going to make me go even harder. Right. Mm-hmm. So, and especially because of the color of my skin, to be honest with you.
So, a couple of things that the silos are not only in that sector, but they exist in this county as well. And it didn't take a lot of money to him to go after his dream. That's MCCT. A lot of people don't know is that we did this 2 years for free because of the dream that we had and the belief and to get it going. Like he said, he took money out of his own pocket and poured into what he wanted to do, because when his blessing came, he was ready to receive it. And so that right there just shows your tenacity, because remember, he just said 15 years with the federal government in IT. He could retire. He could have just stayed there, been complacent, but he knew that there were limitations with being in that position. So he went out and created his own lane. And now, like you said, he has contracts and businesses with over 42 entities. And it all started out with him walking into a daycare, seeing what was not going on, to leave. And I call it my nephew, Austin, at that daycare. Okay. So, you know, with that being said, what are some of the suggestions that you can give to some folks that may be in this room, that may be on this call, of just becoming an entrepreneur? Like, what are some of the steps and suggestions you could make? Because there are some people who have a business right now in their head, right on the tip of their tongue, that they want to go and conquer, but they're scared, right? Scared of failing, scared of basing your dreams on how much money that you have instead of going out there. You made it obvious that it didn't take a lot of money, it just took some passion. So what suggestions can you give to the folks, not only on this call, on the Zoom, but in the room, about going into a space? Number one, it's really just you. Number two, really, the capital wasn't all there. And three, basically you were being blocked out. So what advice could you give?
Well, number one, if you have that idea of being an entrepreneur, you already know you got the drive to do it. Mm-hmm. Number two, you definitely want to put yourself around like-minded people who are going to support your dream. And I tell people this all the time. If you're married, there's nothing against it. You got your mom, your brothers, your siblings, whoever. It's nothing against them. No one knows your true vision of what your dream truly is. You can tell them all day, but they don't know. You can tell them, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they're not going to truly understand it. So you got to put it in works. You got to put the work behind it, and then eventually they'll start seeing it. You got to put yourself around people that's going to be willing to do sweat equity. And most importantly, it's two sides to a business. It's the operation side, and that's the side that everybody always say that they want to do business. But then there's also the business side. The business side, we talking taxes, we talking inventory, we talking, hiring the right person or training the right person. Most of the time, every entrepreneur knows how to facilitate and do the legwork, but they don't know the business side. So I encourage you to learn the business side, because if you're just out there in limbo, next thing you know, Uncle Sam might come for you because of taxes. Next thing you know, you might overexert yourself.
Because he coming.
There's so many different. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying Uncle Sam coming. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so many different aspects that people don't realize. They just know that they got that passion. And I like to use a person that can bake cakes and cook. I'm from a small town in South Carolina that literally has one light, population of probably 3,500 people.
Today.
Extremely small. Yeah. Where a dog will lay in the road, and if your car is coming, he won't move. You got to drive around a dog type of environment. But you got to have that mindset of by any means necessary, and I really mean that. And when I say any means necessary, you have to have a mentor. You're a hypocrite if you're trying to mentor somebody and you're not mentoring. But the most important thing to me is what we accomplish. My business model is when I hire someone to come on board, the first thing I ask them, why did you choose cleaning? You're going to hear, I just need some money right now. You're going to hear, oh, I've always cleaned. You're going to hear, I did this before, that before. But I told them, well, this is my model. I only want you here if you want to become your own business owner. And thus far, since 2015, we've created 8 opportunities for people to become their own business owner. I provide resources. I show them the business side because I already know they know how to operate. They already know how to do operations. And that's something that sets my company aside, because I don't believe in competition. I believe in countless blessings. When you do right for others and others do right for you, you're going to have nothing but success.
All right. Well, thank you. Before we close, the funny thing is, this is a guy who helped raise me. I tell my staff that MCCT is just a pit stop on your way to greatness. My job is to show you how to become your own boss for your own company. And I don't use the word boss, I say leader, because a boss is going to tell you just enough to keep you tied to them. A leader is going to show you, it's going to kick the door open and show you where all the hidden secrets are. So, in closing, do you have any final remarks, Brother Eaton?
Well, I want everybody to understand one word. Jahmeer, you already know where I'm going at with it. It's the word called altruism. And the word means unselfish concern for the welfare of others. And I tie that into MCCT. I tie that into all the other business owners. I tie that into my business. If you have the unselfish concern for the welfare of others, you can't do nothing but greatness in this world.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Brother Eaton. Appreciate it. I will be seeing you at homecoming. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for having me. I truly appreciate it. And I look forward to joining the call again. Definitely looking to try to, expand to the West Coast.
All right.
So if there's anybody on the call that has some resources and want to have a discussion, I'll leave my number in the chat.
All right, Noop. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
I'll connect you, Ida. Don't worry.
All right. Well, again.
I don't oh my goodness.
Listen, man, this is the effects that Kappas have on people. We are pretty boys. But again, just thank you all for welcoming Timothy Eaton. Like I said, we're going to be highlighting businesses of color. So Chantha and Bruce, I know you're looking off to the side. You will be getting highlighted as well. But again, so just thank you all. What do we have next?
Now we're talking about the diabetes event and
all right.
the logistics that comes with it.
Wow, y'all gonna say that after I put all that sugar in my phone?
Listen, man, listen.
So I'll just give a big picture overview about what we're doing for the rest of the meeting. We're going to go through all of the logistics about the event, right? The details of what we've planned together to make the event as engaging as possible and to get folks to the table. And always want your input throughout. So just chime in if you have thoughts, please just pop up, no problem. And then we're going to review our marketing materials and our outreach plan. So that's the remainder of the time. I'll turn it over to Lakeisha.
Thank you. So we're just going to go over the logistics. So diabetes event, so excited to partner with Kaiser and all of the other collaborative members. The logistics, the date, Tuesday, April 23rd from 3 to 7 at St. Andrew Presbyterian Church. The testing will take place from 3 to 7. For Kaiser members, there will be a blood draw. And then for non-Kaiser members, our staff, MCCT, will use our diabetes self-administered tests. Oh, okay, thanks. I have to get readjusted. In addition, we'll also have health education from 4:15 until 5. We also have Chef Curtis Akins, who will do a food demo. Did you want to speak to that? No? Okay, cool. So from 5 until 6, it's going to be a 3-course meal in 30 minutes or less. We want to appreciate Grocery Outlet, who will provide the take-home ingredients to the first 5 participants. And lastly, Kaiser will also provide health education during the demo. Other activities, we're going to have a question and answer from Kaiser experts right after Curtis's demo. There will also be one-on-one consultations throughout the event with Kaiser experts on anything diabetes related. And note, we want folks to bring their glucometers if they have them. This is my most favorite part right here, the giveaways. I'm so excited. Whenever I go to an event, I'm always looking for the free giveaways. So we're going to have a raffle ticket. So folks who attend will receive a raffle ticket. The giveaways will be one $100 Grocery Outlet gift card. Super excited about that. I'm going to put my name in the raffle too. 2 $50 nail salon gift cards. our very own Curtis Aiken is going to give us a signed cookbook.
Give it
Yes.
away every hour on the hour.
Every hour on the hour. Man. And also for those who take the MCCTs, diabetes will also be entered into a raffle for a $100 gift card. Lastly, we're gonna have a DJ. Who's DJing? Who's DJing? Who's DJing? Oh yes, oh yes. So please bring your dancing shoes because I'm gonna meet you on the dance floor. I love to dance. Lastly, grocery outlet. We'll have a cook demo ingredient also giveaway.
Okay, so that's the big picture overview of the event. I wanted to get thoughts or things that might make it a more engaging event to get folks to the table who have lived experience with diabetes. Any thoughts? We're gonna have a RSVP form, a short Google form for folks to fill out. We'll review, but we can just keep going if people.
So, Mayor, if you're a Kaiser patient, are they able to look you up? Or do you need to bring your card or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll show you the Google form. It's a great question. We're just asking for folks either to provide name and date of birth or name and medical record number. Either way, Kaiser can look you up in advance, and if not, on the spot is my assumption. Yeah, Karina? Cool. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to?
I'm sorry, is this a weekday?
The Tuesday. Yeah, we've been doing Tuesdays from 3 to 7 at St. Andrews for all the previous vaccine clinics, so that folks can come, after work. But yeah.
All right, so gourmet taco Tuesday.
Exactly. The healthy 30-minute demo, 3-course meal, less than Taco Tuesday. Yes. And I know Curtis is otherwise engaged. I can share the ingredients and the stuff that we're going to be cooking if folks want to know. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back. I think that's linked somewhere here. Yep. So it's going to be Southern fried chicken, green salad with classic French dressing, and steamed vegetables. So Curtis will be demoing this. Kaiser will be coming in with health education tips. And then our grocery outlet wonderful partners will be providing giveaways with all these ingredients for folks to take home and be able to make the meal at home.
That chicken and peanut oil,
All right, okay. All right. I'm on the board of supervisors meeting. I'm gonna have to speak. The fried chicken is a new style of cooking fried chicken. It's less fat, low carb, great taste. So, along with the lines of what we're doing.
Perfect. Yes, April.
Would it be possible to maybe print out this grocery list
and
then
send
it out to the participants?
Of course, yeah. So even if they're not one of the lucky 5, they get the bags with giveaways. Absolutely, yes. Great addition. Thank you. Any other thoughts before we move on to the marketing piece and outreach piece? Which, of course, obviously, just chime in as they come up. Okay, so this is a flyer that we've created. It's going to be, if you can see it, probably not that well here. Yeah. This one goes all the way. I got it. Thank you. So it's going to be split down the middle, right? And foldable. And it's we might do a postcard. We're kind of figuring out if you have thoughts about what works best in terms of printed materials for the community, please. But we're thinking about a postcard or a foldable flyer as of right now. We got this tagline here, right? If anyone has input on it, please let us know. Let's fight diabetes together. Take control of it. Don't let it take control of you. And it just has all the logistics, right? Everything we just went over. And if anyone wants their logo thrown on here, I think we have some space on the bottom, which we certainly can do. For anyone who's not involved in the small team that's really pushing all the logistics forward, happy to include everyone here moving forward. But yeah, it just has all the details that we just went over. Any thoughts? Yes, I know.
I'm not sure of other communities, but for our community, to really get the word out, I would make sure that the churches have that.
Absolutely.
So that it can go on their announcements. Yeah, and you want to have it ahead of time too, right? So they can announce it consecutive Sundays.
Absolutely. So that's, I just always think I'm 12 steps ahead of me. That's going to be our next slide about the outreach plan, right? Is getting it in front of everyone's communities and in front of the churches, like y'all said. So I love that. We are going to, the goal is to start pushing this out this week, right? We're really trying to finalize this now so that we have about a month to be getting, like Ida said, right? Getting the communications out there, multiple methods, and over the course of multiple weeks to just get as much participation as possible.
I'm curious if there was any outreach to like Marin community clinics or like Marin Health. Like Kaiser can be the main one, but not everybody gets served by Kaiser. So like, is there?
Yeah, so we're trying to partner with Marin community clinics now for like follow up treatment if there is a diagnosis. Right now, for non-Kaiser members, MCCT is able to provide diabetes testing, and so like through another contract we have through the county, it's like a STI program. But I think in terms of like outreach, right, and just getting the word out there for folks that want to stop by, I think that's a great idea. We can definitely reach out to them. I know, April, you have someone at Marin community clinics that we can, that Karina, okay, there you go. Yeah, great. Okay. All right, well, if anyone has any other thoughts, please always just shoot them to me, text, email. Y'all have all of that information. And then here's our Google form. It's kind of the same thing, right? Has the tagline, has the details, but really what we're doing here, it's name, email, date of birth. If you're attending, we're trying to get a pulse on numbers just to see, you know, in terms of folks' capacity, both Kaiser and MCCT. And then if you're a Kaiser member, right, yes or no, you can provide your medical record number in advance. That's great. And if you actually want a test for either diabetes or other STIs that we're able to offer.
This form on the digital flyer?
Yes, that's the QR code right here, or the click here. So depending on if you like send it digitally, then you can click the link. And then if you have it in your hand, you can scan it with the QR code. Awesome. Okay.
Maybe the form information can be in red instead of black.
I will make that.
I watched you click there, but I still missed it.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is why we're doing this. So please, please, all that input is appreciated. So we can definitely do that. And then, is there anything else, also, Karina, from your perspective on the form that you might need from Kaiser? We got date of birth there and the medical record number if they have it.
I honestly only even need date of birth if they don't have their medical record number.
So you don't have to like require this.
Don't want to.
Yeah.
Because I know people are hesitant about giving personal information.
Yeah, for sure.
So I try to do minimum. So if they have their medical record number, that's truly the minimum that we would need. But if they don't, we can look them up.
Okay.
With just a date of birth. The medical record number should be
so just
not, it should not be required.
Right. Or should I just delete it if you just need folks' date of birth?
Either way.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever is easiest.
Cool. Because I mean, less is more.
Yeah.
I feel like in this situation.
Question, do you want a free something? That question.
There's two of them, right? Free diabetes test, free other STI testing, and that's through MCCT, right? And then also, you know, folks sign up for the diabetes test through Kaiser.
Diabetes test, yes, no, is not.
I think I just clicked that by accident. Thank you. I think all the other ones are required. I think.
So is Kaiser going to follow up? Once okay.
And we are planning on, this will be in your outreach plan.
Yeah.
But also, I have a question. At the top, do you tell, and this is truly, do you say how you're going to use this information?
No.
Okay. I don't know how if your community is, you know, historically used that. But I find with community surveys that I always put in there how I'm going to use the information.
Yeah.
So that people know in advance. So like this information will only be used for registration for this event, kind of. But that's up to you. That's just I've been burned before.
No, it's good to have your lived experience with this. You're the experts in this way. Yeah, for sure.
We're not selling your information,
Yeah, in these days, right?
Yeah. Especially when you get someone like Kaiser involved, because people will be like, "Oh, what are you trying to make me a Kaiser member?" You know, what I mean? And that's not what I'm.
Right. No, for sure.
What about promoting the event? What are the plans you guys have?
That's the next step. Okay. So you're reading. Everyone's reading my mind here. No, and I love it. I love it. We're ready to go there. I like it. Okay, so here are the things that we. This is very small. I'm sorry, folks. So Kaiser, so I'm just going to read this off for folks in the room and on Zoom since it is quite small. So Kaiser is going to be doing an email blast to all of their Southern Marin patients, right? So that's over 13,000 folks. Kaiser's also going to do targeted messaging to folks who are due for blood work. So that's also, a bit more, targeted in terms of the people who most likely will come, and include the flyer and Google form. We're going to do door-to-door outreach. I'm going to ask all of our partners here to distribute 100 prints. We will print them for you, no problem. But really want to get those in folks' hands in your programs, etc. We do food pantry bags, churches, like Ida said, email. Shannon's had a lot of success with getting things out through the rent roll and some of the complexes in Marin City. We have a number of newsletters here, but, like Ida said, using the churches as always. And then we wanted to think of, kind of doing a PSA engaging video on social media, and then tabling at any in-person events. And then just having identifiers. Like I noticed all the grocery outlets, great things on the side of the freeway and all of that stuff being like, we're open, right? Like having things that are very identifiable on the day of in the community, like the sandwich boards with balloons and things like that with what we can do. Anyone in the room before I go on Zoom with thoughts on outreach?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Miss. I was just gonna say, I'll go up there. So around like the outreach methods and things like that, as far as like our paid partners go, we just ask that on outreach day that we all come together and are able to get those printouts and come up with a plan to distribute them, because a lot's going into this event and we really want to reach the folks necessary, right? So we want to get all of our messages out, but we want to make sure that we're taking care of those who wouldn't get the message or don't know anything about CRT and stuff like that. So outreach plan is always something that we are trying to get folks involved with. All right, so just want to highlight that. And I think that's all I have.
And you'll have prints this Thursday.
I'll have prints this Thursday. Please put in the chat if you will attend, so that way we don't print an extra 100 and nobody shows. We really want to have a targeted effort on this. And if anybody that's in the room is a paid partner, please let me know. Just raise your hand or whatever the case is. But I want to make sure that the prints are distributed accordingly, according to the attendance. Excuse me. So that's it for me. Thank you, Miss Cynthia.
I have a question in response to Shannon, what you just said.
Oh, okay.
Just in terms of outreach and making sure you're targeting, your community first. Are you guys able to do outreach before Kaiser sends out notifications to their 13,000 mirror? I thought you said 30,000, so I'm glad to actually see the number that it's 13,000, but still, similar to all the vaccine efforts, I know there was often outreach to Marin City folks first, and then it was spread to Southern Marin. But I'm just curious if you guys are concerned about that, and just wanted to raise it.
Yes, so that's actually a really good question. So what we'll do is, I believe the question was, will we do our community first? So it'll be a collaborated effort. So I'll be sure, MCC will be sure to go door to door first. And then social media will be like our, same, it's like a 1-2 step, right? So we'll do it kind of at the same time. While one is going out, the other will be, posting, and then we'll be able to spread the message like that. So because our date is kind of spread out, I mean, not too far away, but because we have a little distance, I feel like all of our outreach methods will be utilized. Does that answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, I saw the Kaiser outreach and saw the 13,000 number and just got worried for, the residents that you're going to be knocking on doors for. I just wanted to make sure they would have first priority.
Yeah. First come, first service.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Maybe to that question though, I mean, Karina, we've had discussions about, capacity, and we just need to be in touch about, if all of a sudden we're getting a ton of signups or feedback from the community that a lot of folks are coming, like maybe in the Google form we add, are you a Marin City resident? And those folks get prioritized. We can think about something like that if we get some type of high volume, but appreciate that.
But you're serving Southern Marin.
100%. I mean, that's the point. We're all Southern Marin. Yeah.
Hey, Mira, it's
Whoa,
Elaine. I've got a quick
hold on.
question.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I was just about to say the same thing, Ida. Yeah. It's a part of Southern Marin.
When people talk Marin, Southern Marin, Marin City always comes up first, and Southern Marin is everything south of Corte Madera. And you guys don't have the bandwidth, quite frankly, to cover every single door to door in Southern
100%,
Marin.
yeah.
Because if you do, please let me know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
you can't go into Mill Valley, Strawberry, Tiburon, Sausalito, Marin City. Of course, you can cover a lot of doors in Marin City.
Yep.
And even in Marin City, there's like over 5,000 people, I was told. So again, this young man is only one person. You can't cover every single door in Marin City. And I'm sorry, it's just a pet peeve of mine that when we're talking Southern Marin, it's not just Marin City. Because immediately people think that all the Poe folks is in Marin City. We're in Southern Marin. We're spread out.
That's why we're called the Southern Marin Community Response Team. Absolutely. Thank you, Ida. Pastor Floyd? Sorry, Elaine, 1 second. I'll get to you. Pastor Floyd? No, Pastor Floyd's good. Okay.
I'm waiting.
We're good in the room. Go ahead, Elaine.
Okay, thank you. So just a quick question about the outreach. Is it possible to get Phil to push it out on Parent Square to get to the families through the school?
Yes, it is, but I'll let Phil say it himself.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're going to hit, I mean, these are all the traditional ways that we do all of this great outreach, but I think being reminded about all the outlets is great.
Bridge the Gap will definitely do an electronic version on our newsletter to our families as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I think as much hitting folks with as many different methods as often as we can, I think is half the battle, at least. So
I love that because we want kids. We want kids at this event. Yeah.
I was going to ask about the jump house. I don't know if there's logistically
like a
space for
bouncy
jump house.
I know Pastor Floyd's had it before.
Yep. It just came to mind.
Yeah, because
No, it's
sorry,
really
can I just jump in again,
go ahead, Elaine.
Mira? Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Elaine.
Can you? Oh, sorry, I
Jump.
couldn't hear. So just because to Ida's point about Southern Marin,
Yes.
I wonder if there's a way that MCOE, because they have so many great messages that go out to the community in like email blasts.
Yep.
To make them aware of it, and then
Yeah.
they can choose what they do with it.
Yep.
But
absolutely,
I think sending it to their wellness team.
Yep.
Would be like there's no downside.
Yeah,
right?
we work closely with SWAP, the Student Wellness Ambassadors Program, so we definitely will push it out through
Right.
them. And like a few other folks that we know at MCOE, I think that's a great idea, especially since Karina, you just lifted the want for children to be there, especially. I think that's great. Thanks, Elaine.
Yeah.
Pastor Floyd.
Okay. One of the things that I've again grocery outlet is help see this. Because I track like next door neighbor is really much more influential than I thought. So don't forget them because they're not. But they are what people watch, and we're really word of mouth, especially in communities that are not. They don't know us, as well as we know them. But people are on next door neighbor,
Right.
unfortunately for negative things. But
Right.
actually, you can do a positive thing there. So,
For sure.
yeah.
Well, and just because they're there to, gossip half the time,
Exactly,
they're going to
exactly.
see our message on there.
If you really want to- if you really want to meet a community,
No, I think that's a great idea. Absolutely. I know, Elaine, you use Nextdoor quite a bit, and you used it for alerts. Yeah.
Clear on the flyer.
I do. It's where I go if my coyote goes missing. I'm going to jump onto Nextdoor straight away.
Hi, Maria.
Is it clear on the flyer that it's all ages?
I think that is a great clarification point. No, it is not.
Yeah, no,
You assumed that it was adult. Yeah. Can, yeah. Love it.
You know, adults ain't getting nothing.
Well,
That must be true.
If it's not clear, you'll get a lot of parents that'll stop there on their way to go pick their kids up.
right. Okay. Perfect. Love it.
Adding that now.
Anyone else? Well, we got 1 minute left.
Does it say bring your glucometer?
Does not say it on the flyer. We have it on the form, the Google form. I think it's hard because it's just like a space issue. It's hard to figure out. Yeah, what is like the most pertinent information? What's in the chat here? Oh, you can't hear us, Elaine? Can you hear me now? I don't know.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. I think I turned on the volume. Okay, so any last thoughts? If you have others after this meeting, please just shoot them to me. No problem. We love all this great feedback. That's why we're here together. And just really need everyone's support to push that. This is really like the first effort that we as a CRT are pushing outside of the county, right? Like this is our project in partnership with Kaiser, in partnership with the county, but really we're leading this in the CRT space. So really I'm going to want everyone's collaborative effort. So really appreciate y'all for being here. Pastor Paul? Yeah.
For Kaiser, because I know the foundation is different, but is there any place for Kaiser San Rafael, especially, and to somehow get something in the flyers and hands of the doctors and offices right there, so that even if they're at their front desk, so that they can get that? Because I also think that's another thing, especially you won't get mothers as much, but you'll get a lot of grandmothers who,
for sure.
And that's where the kids stuff is really
right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, if you send me the flyer, I can print it and
No problem.
put it at the clinics.
It's a natural distribution.
Absolutely.
And it's diabetes.
100%.
I love that. All the doctors will push it.
Yep.
Love that. Thank you guys so much for being here and for all your support. Yeah, thank you all so much. All right. We're ending in the room, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good day.
So you did say Kaiser.